What is up, everybody? It's down here with Ethyn Ewing. You guys really wanted this one. He's a lot of you're a lot of people's favorite prospect. Have you noticed that?
I've received a lot of love, to say the least. So I've noticed it a little bit.
All right. And how are you? How have you been? I mean, I don't see you don't really post that much. I don't really know what's going on. How have you been?
I've been excellent. I'm training hard. I'm not super fond of the social media stuff, so I try to post as much as I can. I post uh, at least 3 days out of the week, I suppose. But yeah, man, everything's good. I'm training real hard. I'm getting prepared. This is um, it's a big fight. It's a strong opponent. They said that about every one of them, and I always prepare as if this is the best guy in the world. So it'll be a good one. It's going to be a fun fight, to say the least. Farid brings some good things to the table, and even better, it's on International Fight Week, so I'm super pumped for that.
hmm I'm pumped. I'll be there actually too. So I am.
Very cool.
I'm super excited, man. But I'm guessing you have. Have you quit construction? Have you quit your job at construction?
Yeah, I never went back. I went on paternity leave to have my baby boy, and I have not been back to that job site ever since. I do have my own safety consulting business for construction and general industry, and so I've been working on delving into that, growing that. Um, but other than that, man, that's it. That's kind of on the back burner until after this fight as well.
Okay, awesome. That's good. I mean, yeah. I mean, this is you've been doing amazing things. But today, a lot of you are saying you are like the killer of zeros. All you do is take people's zeros. I mean, you would have to agree. I mean, all you do is you just beat up undefeated fighters. That's just what you do.
Exactly. The UFC took it to heart when I said you're almost go, and so that has been the consensus ever since.
Yeah, so today we are going to be ranking undefeated fighters. One of the fans sent this in. If you guys want to be a part of the videos, there's like a little group channel. There's about 1,000 people on Instagram. They all send in questions and everything like that. But this was the most voted thing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna be going over some fighters. Basically, if you think they're gonna stay unranked, if they're not, if they're 100% will lose in the future. And I'll just run you through it. And also, while we do it, they sent in some questions. We'll talk about some topics, and yeah, I guess we'll just chat.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. All right, awesome. So, the top section is stay undefeated. Then it's not sure. Then it's probably will lose, and then it's 100% will lose. So this is obviously just future fights, future matchups. What do you think about these guys? But yeah, we'll get into it. First one we got is Shavkat Rakhmonov.
You said he's undefeated. These guys are all undefeated.
Yeah, all these guys are undefeated.
Um, I don't know. It's hard to say that anybody will ever stay undefeated, but that's a tough one to beat, man. He's a killer, but um, he's also in a weight class of killers. So
Yeah,
I
it's,
think
he's
I
he's
think
a,
he'll
he's a
stay up
very hard.
there. He's at what 170.
Wait,
Shavkat
he's at
is at
middleweight.
170.
Oh,
Oh, he's at
No, welterweight.
middleweight.
Wait, welterweight.
Welterweight,
I'm
right?
sorry, welterweight. Yeah, welterweight. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean Ian Gary, though he's not the most intimidating, he's very skillful, and he's very crafty with what he does. Um,
He beat
obviously,
Ian Gary already.
oh, they did fight, didn't they? Huh?
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. Maybe he does then. I feel like Ian Gary poses one of the biggest threats. He beat Carlos Prates pretty handedly. I think he would do the same to is it Morales or Marias?
Yeah, Michael Moraes.
Marias. I think he would do the same. The champion is obviously a tough one, so maybe that's who he loses to is Islam. But
So
other
would
than
you go
that,
not
I would
sure or
say he stays
probably will lose?
undefeated. What's that?
Okay, stay undefeated. Okay.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
say
No,
it.
no, yeah,
Let's
I got
let's say he
you.
stays
Yeah.
undefeated.
Okay. Yeah, I got you. I want to know because I mean I haven't really seen you talk about this much. When you found out you were fighting Wellmaker, what was that like? How did you know you were fighting Wellmaker?
Well, I woke up to a whole lot of missed calls and missed text messages. I thought there was a major emergency in the family with the severity of people trying to get a hold of me, and they just told me, hey, there's a chance that you get on this card this weekend at MSG in New York. And it's funny, I had the premonition that this is how I was going to get into the UFC, would be on a short notice. They'd call me straight up to the big show. I wouldn't go through the contender series. I'd get my shot by debuting directly to the UFC. And every time I had an opportunity, Malcolm was always on that card. And so one of them, two of them passed. They were very close. And in my mind, I just said, watch, they're not going to give me some slouch. It's not going to be a journeyman that I go and I face and I defeat. It's going to be the undefeated prospect who's knocking everybody out flat. And lo and behold, I had already accepted the fight. I started to do my medicals and get geared up to jump on the plane that night. And then later it came out that I was fighting Wellmaker, and I'll fight any of them. So I was already geared up, ready to go.
Yeah, and well, how many days was it? Was it 6 days? You took it on 6 days short notice.
It was 48 hours. They called me
It
Thursday. I
was
was on the
40.
plane
Oh
Thursday
my
night,
god.
and we sat in New York traffic to the weigh-ins. I went directly to the weigh-ins and fought that Saturday. So
Damn. Well, I have a good question. 48 hours you're going in against an undefeated fighter, one of the scariest guys everyone's talking about. He's knocking out everyone. Were you scared? Were you nervous?
I call it energy. We all get energy, when it comes to big moments in our life, whatever it may be. So it's a whole lot of energy. It depends on what you do with it. You could call it nerves, right? But um, I'm constructive with those things, and I make it into an energy. And yeah, it was a big moment. There was a lot going into it, but I'm confident in what I do. I was confident in my skill set, and I was confident in a victory that night. And so no matter the stakes, no matter who they put in front of me, yeah, I was ready to go and do it. And regardless of whatever I felt, I was confident in victory.
Yeah. And after that massive win, what was the first thing you did? Like, what was the first thing like yeah, what was the first thing when you leave? What was the first thing you were able to do that you were looking forward to maybe?
Um, I don't know. What is the first thing I did? I just wanted to see my family. I called up my wife and my family back home. They had a watch party for me. My father and my coaches were out there with me, so we enjoyed the night together briefly. It was late by the time we got back. Um, yeah, I went down, saw my manager, took some pictures with some fans, and called it a night. Once I got home, they were all sitting there waiting with signs and posters and balloons and such out front. And yeah, I don't recall what I did. I went home to see my family and my wife. She was very close to giving birth to our son, so I was just, I had been preparing for a fight for a long time. I was supposed to fight in August. I was supposed to fight in September. My initial fight for the A1 Combat Championship in November fell through. Then I finally had a solidified date. So I've been training for a long, long time, and I just enjoyed my time off, enjoyed the interviews and the notoriety that came from everything, and I ate a lot of good food.
What's your favorite food to eat after fights?
Everything and anything, man. I mean, uh, you know, big old burger or something like that is probably a go-to. Some French fries. I don't eat anything greasy or anything like even close to that in fight camp. So something like that, and then yeah, whatever dessert I can find, something chocolate.
Okay, all right, it's pretty solid, bro. Next one we got is Farid Basharat.
You're asking me? He gets knocked out unconscious July 11th.
Oh, so 100% he loses.
100%.
Damn, what round? Talk to me. How do you close your eyes, right? How do you see this fight going?
I picture it a lot of ways because when it comes to this fight game, you cannot be stuck on a single approach and a single victory. If you do get too caught up in that, everything else goes out the window. So There's plenty of ways I see it going down. It's either that power lands in the first round, and I'm able to cut him off. I'm able to negate his distance that he's going to try to implement, and I get him there as he's coming in, or he's able to dance, he's able to move, and I get him in the later round, uh, late second or somewhere in that third round.
But you see him getting knocked out.
I foresee a knockout.
All right, I'm looking forward to it. Half of the video just got deleted because StreamYard glitched out. I'm not using StreamYard anymore, so guys, don't worry, that won't happen again. But here's the rest of the video. This won't happen again. But
Cool.
all right, now we got Mario Pinto, undefeated heavyweight.
I have no idea, to be honest with you. So
You know who
he
he is?
stays undefeated. No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't. I do not
We'll
look
skip that one.
into.
We can skip that one. I'll
Right.
put him at not sure because you don't know who he is.
There you go.
Um, yeah. What do you think about Jacoby Smith? You know who that is?
I do. Uh, I'm not familiar enough to say what his skill set is or what his future is as well. But
Okay.
um, I know he's on a tear. I think he's doing really good right now. So we'll say that he keeps his O.
All right. Stays undefeated. Luke Riley. This is Patty Pimblett's teammate.
Luke's very skillful. I don't think he stays undefeated though.
Okay. So 100% or probably.
Probably.
Okay, probably. And then the last one, then we'll ask a couple questions, is Bai Sangwar Susurkayev.
Um, that's Kamzat's teammate, right?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it is.
It's hard to say that anybody's O will totally remain forever, but I'll say that his probably goes.
Okay. Okay. Um, and then I'll ask you a few questions from what the people sent in. Someone said, besides the obvious, what is one thing in your fighting style that you'd want to improve on?
What's the obvious?
I don't know. I think that was the joke.
Right.
I think that was one of the
Um,
questions they sent in.
I want to improve on everything, constantly, consistently. Um, More familiarity with the ground stuff. I don't go there often. Um, it's not it's not that I lack any technical prowess or abilities. It's just that I haven't experienced it much in a fight recently. When I first started fighting, that's all I did. Take it to the ground, some ground and pound, do a lot of wrestling because I come from the wrestling background. I've grown away from that. Obviously, I've worked on my hands and my striking abilities. So, just engaging in that a little bit more, mixing it into my complete martial arts.
Okay. And then someone said, realistically, how many fights do you think it is till you get a title shot? Obviously, it's probably a couple, but what do you think?
You know, uh, I think I put away Farid Basharat in a spectacular fashion. I think that allows me to jump up around that 10 spot and fight somebody within that ranking, somewhere within those numbers. And it's probably a handful more. So I could say within five or six, if everything goes according to plan, if all finishes are by spectacular fashion, then that's very likely. That six fights, five fights is a possibility.
Okay, okay. And also, you've obviously grown a ton in how popular you are. Have you had any weird fan interactions?
Nothing weird. Everything's been cool. Couple pictures here and people coming up and saying hello and recognizing me, and everybody has been cool.
Yeah. What was it like going back to your construction site after winning a crazy popular UFC fight?
It was awesome. Those guys have supported me from the local shows. You know, they're always asking about fighting, talking about different things. The guys that like to bet on fights, they always ask my opinion on them. And so to show up that following week and get that round of applause and have everybody be excited for me was very cool. It was a full circle moment. I'd been telling these guys that that's where I would be and what I would be doing, and I was able to accomplish it and take that back in real time. So quite an amazing feeling.
Mhm, mhm. And then also, from being just an ordinary construction guy to now being in a situation where people train their whole lives to be, what's some good advice you could give out to the people watching?
I mean, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. It's the cliche, but you truly can do whatever it is you'd like to do in this life. You just have to dedicate 100% of your time to it. There can be nothing more important than it. You have to dream big. You have to believe, put a plan in order, and execute on that. A lot of people dream big and they never get out of that phase. And a lot of people even plan it out, but never even jump into actually executing on it because of the risk factor. And, I'm still guilty of that with certain aspects in my life. So you must execute. You must get out there and do the things that you hope to achieve. And step by step, some progress is better than no progress at all. So don't sit around and negate that small amount of progress, hoping for perfection. Go do the little things, build day by day, and you'll look back one day and see this empire you built.
Okay. Okay, before we wrap it up, I have another question. If you could say anything to your younger self, maybe when you were a plumber, you quit fighting, what would you say to him?
I would say choose the right, stay away from dumb things and bad decision making, and I would say be disciplined. With discipline, you stay away from all that bad stuff,
All right,
and
that's good.
and yeah, I thought when I was an amateur, and I was doing this stuff, I thought, oh, this is the life for me. I can just go party or go train once a day and then just hang out, kick it, drive around, do whatever I want. And that's it. That's what this fight life is. But it is much different than that. It's much harder than that. I train all day long. I'm gone from my family just like I was with this job. I have just replaced it with more training. And it is not always an easy path, especially when you're in fight camp. Now, you have plenty of moments outside of it that you get to relax and recuperate. But yeah, this is a big deal. You must pursue it to its fullest. And that takes a lot of discipline, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of time, and a lot of effort.
All right, awesome. That's a great way to wrap it up. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe, like, and show some support to Ethyn Ewing. He's fighting soon, UFC 329. I will be there. He will obviously be there. Let's go.